So I did this espresso. We live?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Anyone?
Teresa's there. Hi, Teresa. She's coming on. And Trish Daly's on her way.
Can you?
Go to the top.
Well, I was hoping to see the Zoom.
She probably won't press in, but oh, us.
Yeah. No, I don't.
I don't know where ours is. Where we went.
Stop share. I don't know.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, okay. How you doing?
Good.
Can you see us okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Good morning.
Well, how do you see everybody?
I think Clark. There we go. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Trisha. Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Sorry the other day was a little confusing.
I take responsibility for that.
Wow.
She had a home inspection and I was unable to log in under her name, so.
Although that,
Oh.
I gave that up pretty quick. I didn't give you a lot of time.
Yeah, I had about 12 minutes time notice. But I would encourage you to grab a pen. We're gonna take notes because we're gonna hit you with 40 real estate objections today, right, honey?
Yeah.
Where do we get these
40.
from?
We got these from Mike Ferry. You can see it on the screen, right? Can you guys see it on the screen? I don't know how to
Yes.
move this thing. Do you know how to move this? Did you just move it? Did you?
Yeah, don't hit that, you'll hide it. So just, let me see.
Beautiful day, man.
It is. It's unbelievable. Rick's
Yeah.
going golfing this afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where do you golf?
I'm with Bobby Malone is putting together that networking group golf for some, every week there's like a golf team. There's like 20 guys. We're going to
women.
Braintree
Not
and women,
just-
and there's women.
Ah,
Like any gals?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I'm opting out though, you know.
Hi, Tasia. So we're trying to move.
Lisa, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I invited Rick today so that we can work on just doing some 40 objections back and forth. It could be a little wordy. But we're having just,
Check out my flower,
oh, where did that come from?
my yard.
Really? That's beautiful.
I
What is it? Is it a peony?
know. Rose. I don't know what kind of
It's
rose.
huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
There's nothing better. Anybody have a garden? Like food garden?
we do.
You do?
We do.
I'd love to have one.
Well, we have it at the Cape, not here.
It's a lot of work, right?
My husband does it. We wouldn't have a garden if it
Now
was
I'm
me.
looking bad. I'm gonna have to learn how. I'm gonna have to talk to your husband.
Yeah, he's got the green thumb. If I did it, there'd be nothing there, believe me.
So today, guys, it's 8:35. We've got 25 minutes, and I don't want to take over the class, but I do want
Okay.
you guys to realize that me and Lisa, for a period of time, would practice these objection handling scripts every morning. And I feel like now more than ever, moving forward, these scripts are going to be so vital to our success because of the changing market. The prices are not going to stay this high forever. They're going to come down. It's going to present new problems for us. Getting listings are the name of the game, and you're going to have to learn how to handle these techniques, handle these objections, because they're all the same. I mean, really, when you look at it, there's really only 12 objections that any seller could have, and they usually come up. So if you can understand what those 12 are and understand or internalize the script to handle them, you give yourself a best chance of getting that listing. And if you get that listing, you give yourself a better chance of getting paid more than a buyer agent. Are you with me? And if Tasia and Teresa would like to, you know, share their screen, that's great. If not, you just get out of the shower. I understand that.
But
That's cool too.
beware. Ah,
You look awesome, Teresa.
Yeah,
What's
you're
wrong?
right,
Why do you do that?
scary mornings, believe me.
Oh.
Hey, look at us. I mean, come on. So,
So,
you want to start?
yeah, I mean, so these are kind of wordy. I don't know if any of you have seen some of these, but we figure we'll just go through them, kind of Rick and I. I
Yeah.
will,
So
you can be the agent.
I'll be the agent, and if you guys want us to stop or repeat, just let us know and we'll do that.
They can see all of this.
And you can see them too. So we can also send you this at the end. So let me rephrase that. At the end, instead of stopping and repeating, we will send you all
Awesome.
this document. It's 26 pages of objections handled. Okay, and it's really powerful stuff. These things. Mike Ferry has been around since 1975, but these things are timeless. They apply to every market.
And this one, actually, I've used this. Well, I had a client ask me, if I list my home with you, next home, will you cut your commission? Actually, it was sitting at a listing appointment. She said, if I buy a home with you, will you cut your commission? And, you know, I really had a tough time, and I said, I need to talk to my team. And anyone can say that. Say, I need to go talk to my team, or I need to talk to my broker. So if someone is ready to list their home with you and they want to buy, they're kind of looking for a deal. They're trying to get a deal no matter what. So once in a while you can cave just a little bit, but don't do it immediately. Maybe just leave, have it say to be determined, and leave and give them a minute to think about it. You walk away and say, I need to talk to my team or my broker, and then come back. And if you have to give them a little something once in a while, that's going to happen. But then you get two deals. So
I'd rather, if you're going to shave your commission, I'd rather you do it by getting 2 commissions than just 1. Does that make sense?
So that's, you know, so it's happened, and I have caved, but I was like very, very specific.
You fought it.
Yeah, and I said I need to leave and talk to my team, and I talked to myself for a little bit in a parking lot and called them back. But so I'm going to ask, and you know how to get this, right?
Yeah.
So Rick, if I list my home with you and buy the next home from you, will you cut your commission?
You know, Lisa, I can appreciate that. And I want to be upfront with you and say, no, I will not cut my commissions. And for one very simple reason. You see, as a professional, my time has a certain value, and I only work with people like yourself that realize the value of my service. And before you say anything, think about this. If an agent is willing to cut his or her commission, just like that, how well do you think they will hold up when it comes to negotiating the best possible price for your home? Lisa, I want to demonstrate upfront how tough I'm going to be for you. Therefore, cutting my commission is not an option. Does that make sense? Go ahead. Number 2.
I have to keep my promise to the agent from which I originally bought the home. So this would be an expired. Or maybe they say I have to keep my promise to, you know, someone they know.
Yeah, so obviously if they're, you know, before I go into that script, I respect all of my co-brokes. I never bash them. And especially if that homeowner feels a loyalty to the one that they bought from, that's awesome. But let's face it, this is a competition. I want to win, and I can do it respectfully. And here's the script. So Lisa, that's great. I can appreciate your loyalty. And that is a quality that I respect in people. So I'm curious, let me ask you this. Has there ever been a time when you decided to buy something or do something and a friend said, hey, no problem. When you need help, I can do it. And in the end, because you didn't check around, you really didn't get what you wanted? Have you ever been in there before?
Yes.
Well, I think you might find that this time is just like that time. And with that in mind, I'm sure you can see the importance of having me over to give you a second opinion. That wouldn't hurt anything, would it? So this is called the "this time like that time" objection clause, you know?
Have you guys seen a lot of these before?
Yes, with
Um,
bold.
With bold, okay. Yeah. I've seen this market plan from many different agents. What makes yours different?
You know what? You're right. There are only a certain number of things that any agent can do to get a home sold. And I think the final decision is not based on what I do differently. I think the real issue is how you feel about the agent representing you. So tell me, what qualities are you looking for in an agent? Did you see how I shifted from what do you do differently to what qualities are you looking for? So the results, that's the end of the day. I just said this to Lisa's son downstairs, the results. My results are why you should hire me. So you want to avoid getting into, well, I put your home on Trillia and Zillow. Like, don't get into a piss and match about that. Deflect it and just say, well, you know, most agents do offer quite a few of the same marketing strategies. So tell me, you know, what qualities are you looking for that makes me different?
Transitions are really important. Like someone might call you about a house that they saw on the market. Oh, you know, on 123 Main Street, what's the price of that? And instead of saying, you know, it's under agreement, you transition to it like, oh, why were you looking in Weymouth? Oh, you were. Okay. So what was the price range? You kind of, because that could be under agreement. It may not be your listing or whatever, but learn how to transition to get that conversation going, and you can, you know, capture them and find them what they need, instead of just saying, oh yeah, that was it's under agreement for $700,000, and they're like, okay, thanks, bye, click. So learn to transition.
That
A lot of
number
times-
4 was kind of long. So I'm going to go to number 5.
In this too, you know, there are two different alternative answers to a lot of things, you know, like so sometimes I feel like just concentrate on one. There's so many words and things you can use. I would try to concentrate on the most simple of them that you can.
Yeah. And the best way to practice these scripts is to get out there and do them in front of people. I mean, we encourage you to do it daily on your own, but trust me, when you're in front of a client, after you've practiced on your own and these come out, you're going to be so proud of yourself. like right above number 5, you know, another alternative. Well, there are 2 places you can price your home, Mr. Homeowner. You can list it where it sits, or you can list it where it sells. Which one is better for you? They all want to sell.
That's a really good question. I think that's a really good question.
So why don't you ask me number 5?
I'll sell my home when the values go up.
So if a prospect has no reason to sell their home, then that is a condition. You can't overcome a condition. Because that's not a script. That's just an answer to that question. That's a hard one to overcome. When the values go up, like, okay, so.
Well, Rick, how much advertising would you do? Because I want a lot of advertising.
No, I understand that advertising is a concern. Are you familiar with the differences between passive and active marketing? Passive marketing is basically sitting around with your fingers crossed, waiting for a buyer to shop up and buy your home. Passive marketing is holding open houses, sending out flyers, advertising in the newspaper. You see, these methods are passive, and you can't predict if they will work or not. Yet, agents that don't want to work at getting your home sold will insist that they have sold many homes this way. You know what? And you know what? I agree. You can get a home sold that way, but you can't guarantee it. Do you understand what I mean by passive, basically sitting around waiting for your home to get sold? Active marketing, on the other hand, is much more aggressive and very predictable. I will be on the phone every single day and call 10, 25, 50, or even 100 people asking them if they would like to buy your home, if they know someone who would like to buy your home, or if they would like to sell their house. Do you know why I asked them if they would like me to sell their house?
No, why?
You see, the more signs I have out in the community, the more buyers that will call on those signs. The more buyers calls I get, the more people I can show your house to. Now, which way, passive or active, do you think gets more homes sold, Lisa?
Sounds like active.
Would you like me to spend all my time and effort doing what is proven to get your home sold? Or would you like me to sit around with my fingers crossed hoping a buyer happens to call?
No,
Yeah.
this is a lot of money.
So another top agent alternative short version of that is I advertise to the brokerage community. It has the qualified buyers for which we are looking.
So does everybody understand the difference between passive and active? I mean, I'd say like 80% of the realtors do passive. Put something on Facebook, you know.
Put an MLS, put a sign up there, lockbox.
Yeah, just kind of, you know, waiting for something. So that's why we're doing scripts, is so you pick up the phone and you start asking. You ask for that business. And if anyone, you know, if anyone needs a list of, you know, numbers, you know, there are numbers in a million different places that you can start calling. And if you have one buyer or one seller, you can just, you know, create more with that, even if you don't have one. Oh, this is a perfect, here's one that this is what everybody's saying right
So
now.
number 8 is a common objection right now. So I'm going to switch gears and let Lisa be the realtor. So Lisa, I want to find a house before I put mine on the market.
I agree. Finding your new home is important. And the unfortunate thing is, it may take as long as 3 months for your home to sell. Then it will take another 2 months to get all of the paperwork done. And by that time, any home that you would have found would have already been sold. Let's get the listing agreement signed right now and get to work on getting your home sold tonight, so you don't have to wait any longer than is necessary to get moved into your new home. Sound good?
Sounds great.
And here's some top agent alternatives. I understand your concern, Rick, about your new home. I've brought you a list of current listings that fit your needs. Check these out and we'll start looking. Once this house goes under contract, we'll put a contract on your number one choice. Close both homes at the same day, one move for you. You're in good hands. I'll take care of you. Terrific, Rick. Have you seen
Lisa,
a home, or are you
may
ready to
I-
make an offer on one?
Lisa,
No.
may I just ask, so what if you can't do that and you're promising them you can do that?
Which one?
About
Finding them one?
finding them one and also, you know, closing on the same day? And
Well,
You
can
have
do,
to have faith.
and you can do your best and try to say that. What we do, like we've had subject to finding suitable housing in there, there's so little inventory that people, and there's a lot of people who are renting right now, that they'll wait.
To see, there's no guarantee in there. You know, I always tell people this is a big leap of faith and we're going to do our best. But I've helped many people, like literally, me and Lisa have helped many people do both, buy and sell on the very same day. It's done all the time.
Well, you can use the use and occupancy too. You know, if somebody maybe needs to, you know, they sell and the other person doesn't have to move into the house, and there is this little gap of time, you know, we've used the use and occupancy.
There's
And
so
that's-
many creative solutions to overcome that objection. You just got to know what they are and believe them. And then that's when these scripts are going to really work.
I think what's really important is getting their home on the market, because even they really can't buy anything. And we know there's no contingencies. I mean, people are just not taking contingencies.
all right,
What do you
thank you
think?
very much. That was very good. Thank you.
I mean, we have to say it with such conviction. We really do, I think. Here's another one, because I think this is a big one right now, because people don't want to put their home in the market because there isn't a whole lot to look at. Well, terrific, Rick. Have you seen a home or are ready to make an offer on one?
No.
Great. Let me go ahead and schedule a time with my lender and showing agent. They can handle that for you. Let's go ahead and write up the contract now. So, you know, I mean, that one might be like a team type of thing, but you can also say, let's just write up your contract now and we'll start shopping. But people are afraid of this. I think this is one of the biggest things I have a tough time overcoming with clients.
Anyone on this call, do you guys have any concerns over that? Like any doubts that you can actually help people do that? Or any experience helping people do that? Buy and sell on the same day? How about you, Teresa?
I'm very new to this, and I think the biggest thing people don't say it outright to me, but I have a funny feeling like people prefer to have a seasoned agent when they're selling.
How
And
long have you had your license?
I'm just started this in March.
Okay.
So,
Well, you
um,
can just say, I've been doing this less than 5 years. That's what I used to say.
Less than 1 year, and you're not
Yeah.
lying.
I
Well,
said
I
less
just
than
keep-
5. I'm still not
But
lying.
you gotta
to me.
lean on the office, lean on the statistics of the office, and embrace your newness. You know what that means to me, Teresa, is, if I'm a new agent, yeah, guess what? You're right, I don't have a lot of clients, and that's why I'm gonna dedicate 100% of my time to servicing your needs. You've
Yeah,
got all of me. So
that's
let's
what I
do the
keep
right
saying.
thing and get working.
I keep saying I'm not foolish enough to, triple check it. I have many people behind me, making sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed and, making
Yeah.
sure things
Yeah.
are done correctly. So,
You're
You
you're
can
supported by over
you can
150
say
agents.
that
Yeah.
you have a team, you have partners. I mean, that's what that's what our office is like. We're a team, we have partners, so when you say
Yeah.
something like that, it's not a lie.
right.
And do you have a mentor yet, Teresa?
I do. I have Bill.
So you can tell them, oh, I have a mentor, and you're gonna get 2 for 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I somebody said that. I was like, oh, that sounds good.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So here's one where sometimes maybe you're going up, you have a house that is a higher price than you used to. And somebody says, you want to go ahead and tell me?
Sure.
Okay.
I need to net this amount in order to move, Lisa. I have to
Oh.
be at my new job in 90 days,
Oh, I
but I
thought you were
can't
there.
afford to. Huh?
You
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. So we're at number 9.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. I don't sell a lot of homes in that price range, and that's exactly why I'm here tonight. You see, Lisa, I usually sell homes in lower price ranges, and what I find is after I sell my clients' homes, a great many of them move up to your price range. Therefore, it only makes sense that the next logical step for me is to start to sell homes in your price range as well, considering I already have a relationship with many of the buyers that will be interested in your home. Does that make sense? So we don't have a lot of time left, but I wanted to get to some real life ones that you guys might be able to see some value in. Is anyone out there, I know Teresa, you're new, but I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be having appointments. Has anyone been having appointments, listing appointments in the past, 90 days?
I just got a PNS drafted last night. So fingers crossed.
Nice.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, the seller's tough. She doesn't want to give into a lot of things that they're asking, but fingers crossed.
Hey,
So-
that's so good. So what do you think? Is there an objection she's going to have for you with the purchase and sale?
I think she's like, I'm not giving them anything. I've already, blah, 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 blah. And, they can take care of these things. This is a to-do list when they get in there and kind of this back and forth thing. So,
And she
It's-
won't negotiate on price? Do they want her to do things or they want
Um,
price?
what they wanted is her to pay their closing costs.
Mm.
They
And you
wanted
need to
cash in hand because there are things that need to be done in the house and they're first-time homeowners. So
It's
she
such
gave
a
into
strange,
that. Yeah.
Teresa, when people say, I want you to pay the closing costs, like, I didn't get it when I first started. I was like so confused. But it's actually not the seller paying those closing costs. They're just adding that extra money. The buyer's basically borrowing that
Financing
money,
yeah.
but they're just adding it on. So she in turn, like if the house is $350,000 and somebody says, I'll offer you $355,000 with $10,000 back for closing costs. Well, it's a $345,000 offer. It's really, she's going to net $345,000. They're asking for that $10,000. They're rolling it into their loan. So if she doesn't feel like she's paying their closing costs, that might help.
Yeah, that I did explain that to her. That went the first time she heard it, she kind of went crazy. She's like,
People go nuts.
I don't even have that in the bank. I'm like, you're not writing the check. And, it's like, she was a little heated, but it went okay. So, like I said, fingers crossed.
You're at PNS. That's awesome. That's really great.
Thank
So
you.
guys, number 24. I think you all need to be able to answer this question. I don't care if you're one day in the market as a realtor or 25, 30 years. Why should we choose you? I mean, you really need to be able to answer that question because it will come up. And if you can't answer it, they're not going to hire you. So you have to have some 30-second, 60-second elevator speech. What does it say here? The only way to answer this one is to know what makes you different from other agents. Since that is different with every agent, I'll leave that one up to you. So you need to really ask yourself, I mean, Teresa, like I just said, like the bold law, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So don't look at yourself as being a new agent as a negative thing. Look at it as a positive thing. And then you'll start to explain it in a positive way, right? I mean, yeah, I know. Isn't that awesome? I've only been in the real estate business since March. That is fantastic news because I don't have a lot of clients. I'm going to be able to dedicate all of my time and energy to working only for you to get your home sold. You do want an agent that's going to work only for you, don't you? Then let's get moving. I'm excited, so you just harness that new energy that you have and that new excitement. And if it's not there, you need to fake it till you make it. You need to, instill it yourself.
And it's hard, like, why should we choose you? Okay, well, I do professional photography. Everybody does, right? Or you have all these things that we say we do. I'm reading the Audible. It starts with why, and that's Simon Sinek right now. And he basically is talking about, businesses that are transactional and businesses that actually have a why, and how much more we can deliver to our clients when we have that. What is it?
And this is what we usually, is that backwards?
Yeah.
Sorry. Results.
It's good. It's good.
Results.
Why should we choose you? I mean, you can just say results. As simple as that, you come across very.
And if you don't actually have results, lean on your office because they're hiring, technically, they're hiring our office. That's the brokerage that they're hiring. You just happen to be the sales agent. Okay, so you can actually lean on the stats of the office and it's not out of line.
I know every time, like, you see how many houses are listed, under agreement and sold, you can use that. Take that with you. Take that screenshot that we have from the team meetings and use that. This week, this is what we've done. It's like, wow, in 1 week, I know we're super busy. It's exciting. So have those with you,
I want to stop the screen share because we've only got 2 minutes left and we
Now
didn't
we're
get you
open.
guys, didn't have a lot of chance to talk in this class, but let's use the last 2 minutes to brainstorm. What are some of your challenges that you're having out there? Trish, let's start with you. What's been your biggest challenge over the past 30 days?
Very hesitant.
Why? Hesitant to do what?
I know I'm supposed to go on Facebook. I know I'm supposed to do Facebook ads, and it's like I don't know where to start. And
I appreciate your honesty. Thank you. I think we all have experienced, call reluctance or whatever you want to be reluctant to do. But I would encourage you to try to dig down deep inside you and come up with a reason that, it's so important. Like, think about your family. Think about why you got your real estate license to begin with. Why did you do that? Why would you want to go out and talk with a homeowner and possibly get rejected? Like Lisa said, that book is really powerful. And if you understand why you're doing something, it should give you the power to do it very powerfully. And I mean, honestly, the one thing that's propelled us through the pandemic is picking up the phone and being in front of people. By the way, do not hide behind technology like Facebook.
Yeah.
It's important, but you need people to succeed in this business. So you're either going to talk to them on the phone or see them in person. And if you're not doing those two things, you just won't succeed in this business.
So we had somebody call, text and email. We got a referral. They said, hey, a former client had asked us to get in touch with them. They're first-time home buyers. And, I emailed back and I said, do you want to have it in person? Or do you want to have a Zoom? and her husband's still working, get stuck in traffic, and they preferred the Zoom. So, I mean, we probably would never have done that prior to this, but we have a Zoom call on Thursday night, and they're new buyers, first-time home buyers. They want to talk about the process. I already asked them to work with a lender, and so you can still be at home and do these things. So don't be afraid of that. I'm super excited. I also had a conversation yesterday in text with another client that I met over during COVID that we didn't get to meet in person. And I said, we need to regroup and find out really what you're looking for, because they haven't found anything. And he said, yeah, I'm definitely ready for a new Zoom meeting. So those things are pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Invite a couple of friends to do a Zoom meeting with you and ask them if they have any questions about real estate. Say, hey, I don't know, friends from, anywhere, past friends you went to school with or church, just say, can you get on a Zoom meeting with me and ask me some real estate questions so I can sharpen my tools?
That's a good
So I think
idea.
of Gail Cummings was one of the ladies that I knew, and I asked her if I could practice a listing presentation on her, and it was really awkward because, I was like new, but later I sold her house.
Yeah,
So
3 years later.
3 years later.
But she practiced on it. Guys, I know we're running late on time. Tasia's got some experience in this business. I'm not sure how long you've been licensed, Trish, but I just want to say this one thing to all you guys. The fact that you took the real estate course and you passed the exam gives you more knowledge than the average citizen out there, okay? I don't know how many people are in this country, but only about 1 million have a real estate license, all right? Out of all the millions and hundreds of millions of people. So you have more knowledge than the average person. You need to lean on that. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid to call people. You need to be confident that you have more real estate knowledge than anyone else out there. I don't care how experienced you are. You took the course, you passed the test, you're a licensed professional. You need to act like one, and you need to be proactive, not reactive. If you're reactive, you won't succeed. So you need to be proactive. You need to pick up the phone and not wait for it to ring. It works both ways.
Go out for walks.
People are
talk to
not
neighbors.
gonna find you miraculously. You gotta go find them. And like, she gets business out on walks, because if she walks by someone,
There's a dumpster.
she just strikes up a conversation and throws real estate into the mix. And the next thing you know, there's a card exchange or whatever. Send a card. This is a long game, not a short game. And you need to start the game right after this call. Get proactive and start calling, having conversations.
Yeah,
You'll figure everything else out, but you got to start to have conversations today with as many people as possible. And that's every workday, 5 days a week, right?
Mhm.
How many how many conversations do we attempt to have every workday?
Minimum 20.
So that's 40 conversations as a team, 5 days a week.
So like the other day I saw this handyman, he's always driving by me. So I saw his car in his driveway. So I pulled in and I went up and I said, I just wanted to know what kind of handy services you have. I see your car drive by me all the time. So I have a couple of his cards. I have to reach out to him. I'm going to put him in my database, and he's probably fixing things up for people before they sell their houses. So, funny little things like that you just say, hey, a little phone call. He might be like, as a matter of fact, somebody asked me to paint something because they're getting ready to sell. Okay, well, I'd love to be that person that maybe you would refer them to. So just think out of the box.
Yeah, Lisa, I called an expired, and he said I'm gonna call him next week, and he said I could come over next week because he's gonna put his house on the market probably in a month.
Cool,
So-
that's awesome. Did you send a note yet? Like a handwritten thank you note for the?
I think I'm gonna wait till after I meet him.
No.
No,
So go.
why?
Do you have a pen?
Yeah,
Write down Brian Buffini thank you notes. Brian Buffini thank you notes.
Buff.
INI thank you notes. You can download. He has them before a listing appointment, during a listing appointment, after a buyer consult. So you don't have to think about what to write. You can just copy what he says. I do it all the time.
Okay.
So let us leave you with that. You need to talk to 20 people a day. Actually, 20 is a lot. It's a high end.
Yeah.
Start with like
Five.
5.
Five every day.
If you committed to having 5 conversations a day with adults about real estate and wrote 5 handwritten thank you notes every day, that's only going to cost you $2.50 in postage every day.
Go to the dollar store for your thank you for the little card.
But the notes can be to anybody and anyone. You could meet someone, I don't know, somebody you haven't talked to in a while, but include your card, send out gratitude. And honestly, guys, if you're not doing this, you need to be, because it's a really critical component to succeeding in real estate.
Some people only go to their mailbox still right now. So imagine if they go to the mailbox and they see a card from you. That's going to be awesome. And then when you show up next week, the card's going to be sitting right there. And when you see it, you're like, I got this. You know, it's going to be great.
Okay.
And
awesome.
Trish, you've got the most beautiful smile. You need to keep smiling, and you're going to earn business from that beautiful white smile.
Oh, thank you, Rick.
I wish I had teeth as nice as yours.
Oh, well, you got the skills though, man.
Yeah, so everybody, that Brian Buffini thing, I love tips and tricks. So, take those little things. You don't have to think about it and make up your own things. It's already done.
Right. Okay, I'll check him out.
And the dollar store has the best notes. You get like 8 or 20 for $1. So if you don't have any, just do that. So
Thank you.
thanks so much.
Any other questions?
The
Anybody?
only question I had, how do you get Cole Realty? Like, who do you ask for that?
What office are you with, Braintree or Norwell?
Yeah, Braintree.
Oh, then we have an office membership, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know if you asked Faye
Okay.
Okay.
or Donna Frano.
Okay.
Because she's agent services.
And if they may charge you for it, but honestly,
not that
Teresa,
much.
it's not much. It's well worth the investment. And if you need like some call sheets, just tell us. We'll email you over a CSV file with as many streets as you want.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're going to find things that people really get frustrated very quickly. They go, oh, I called like 10 people and the numbers were wrong or nobody was there. You can't give up.
You got to keep
You
dialing.
just got to keep going. I
But
think people give up very
Lisa,
quickly.
This is your cash
Lisa,
register.
Mhm.
I use white pages.
Does
And
that work?
Yeah.
Free.
Pretty good.
Okay. When you go on there, can you pull up a street?
No, nothing like that. Just one
So
person.
you need a street. It's nice to have a street because then you can kind of figure out
An area.
an area
geographic
where
column.
you want to be. So if there's a house for sale that let's say, a neighborhood you really love, or you can call that street. So do you have Cole, Tricia?
No, not yet.
So why don't you guys each give us an address and we'll send a sheet over to everybody. Give me an address of something, Tricia, that's close that you would like to know the numbers at.
A street location that you want to farm, that you want to do business in.
I can call you with it because there's a
Yeah,
sale
okay.
pending.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Call me and I'll get one over. I'll email you some sheets.
So
I
the
have
the sale pending is a good place to start.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And even if you call that wherever that guy is that's putting his house on the market next month, you can start calling around the neighborhood and say, hey, I have a house coming on the market. Don't tell them where. Do you know anyone looking to buy a home
In the neighborhood, and they'll be like, oh, where? Well, it's coming up soon. It'll be here soon. So let me just.
And then you finish it. Oh, by the way, have you given any thoughts to selling? Just get in the habit of asking people those questions. Who do you know that's looking to buy or sell?
I do
Yeah.
have an address.
If
I'm
you're not
sorry.
asking these questions, it's going to be hard to get business to come your way. You need to literally go out and ask for it, and don't be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah, I think
You need to embrace it. It's fun,
it is
especially when you get a big fat commission check because of all the work you've done.
Mhm. I actually met someone today who's I was walking on my daily walk and I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? I was joking. I was like, oh, would you like to buy a house? And he's like, actually, yeah.
See? All these people are walking by you. All you got to do is ask.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So have cards in your pocket and, but
Yeah.
more important, gather their information. Say,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
or say, oh, I don't have, let me just have a pen in your pocket, write it on your hand, who knows? Just happen to have a pen. Teresa, do you have a street that you
I
want?
do. Well, I think I told you before, Lisa, my brother's like, if you can find me something in Weather Vane, I'll buy it. And there's one for sale in there now, but he's seen it, it needs some work and he doesn't like it and he wanted to be on the golf course.
Okay,
So I'm like, I wish I know, how to get around that neighborhood.
it's a tough neighborhood, Weather Vane, because a lot of people don't have a lot of the numbers there, because people are like back and forth, right?
Yeah,
But
you're
we
better
could-
off doing a mailing, and maybe even door knocking in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you can create a flyer that says, I have a buyer looking to move into your neighborhood. And just put them in every single door down there
Yeah.
with your, can you create a flyer, Teresa? Do you know how?
I don't know. I've never done it, but I can probably figure it out. Where do you do it from?
Canva.com is really easy. I mean,
It's free.
It's free. And I mean, I'm not really great and techie, although I did make a pretty good one the other day, I
You
think.
did, yeah.
CANVA?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So you go on there, make something very simple with your name, your address, and you say, I have a buyer looking in your neighborhood. It's a beautiful day. You print that off and you just go around. I haven't been knocking the doors.
Right.
I've been putting them in the, either in the little,
The door jam
Door
or under a
jam,
carpet.
or you're not supposed to put them in mailboxes, but I have, and I did, yeah. So wherever I can, and it's so nice out. You're gonna meet a ton of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's been super powerful for us, door knocking around our listings.
we've been doing it a lot. I have blisters
50
on my feet.
flyers, and that's 50 people. It takes like 1 hour, you get some exercise and you actually meet people. So there's so many things you guys should be doing. I'm telling you, the market is crazy. There's a lot of business out there. Go capture it.
Thank you.
Thank you. If,
I gotta go.
okay, yep. We're gonna run to see you have Cole, right?
No, I don't. I don't have coal.
Do you have a street that you want me to send you?
Sure. Corey, Corey Road in Brighton.
Brighton.
Oh yeah, I know what it is. Fuller Street.
Okay. Oh, Tricia, you know which street you want to do?
Yeah,
Fuller?
I remember. Fuller. Fulley. ER.
And where is that?
Dorchester. 02124. Fuller.
02124. Corey and Brighton. Can you guys, can you
Sorry.
just text me your,
Yeah.
let me just put in the chat. Here's my phone number. Well, how do I do this? What am I doing? Well,
Oh, Lisa, I missed you on Monday.
I know, did Rick, he took over, he was gonna take over scripts and he couldn't get in, and I had a home inspection. So I'm sorry, Tricia, I think you called me and I was like en route and I forgot. So I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
All right, guys, I'm gonna print a couple of these out or email them. Can you guys send me your email to that number I just sent in?
Okay.
Just if you could do that, and I'll get those over to you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
well, thank you. Have an awesome day.
You too.
You too.
Thank
Are
you
you gonna-
so much, Lisa. That was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, good. Yeah, I said, well, he wrote, we're gonna have a super day. I'm like, what is that gonna be? So I said,
Can you
come
email
do it
us
with
those
me."
scripts?
Oh, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes. So everybody put the email in, actually email me to that number and we'll get that all set.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye. You
Thank
too.
you.